Hey there, Uli Isello here, and in this video I want to talk about the 3 things that you can learn from dating as it applies to your practice website and attracting ideal patients into your clinic. And so in working with hundreds of practitioners, holistic, naturopathic, functional medicine practitioners over the last few years, I oftentimes get the question, what do I do on my website in order to attract the right people? And the one thing that you have to remember is that marketing is storytelling, and it's ultimately about building relationships. You're creating relationships with your prospective patients and get them to know, like, and trust you enough that they schedule an appointment to explore working with you. And so in dating, as in attracting patients, there's 3 things that you need to do in order to go from meeting somebody to a first date. And the first point is you have to look the part, right? When you are meeting somebody in public, what makes you decide to go on a first date with them? Well, they have to look the part. They have to match what you expect or what you're looking for. They have to be your type, right? Same with your website. The website needs to mirror of what your audience is expecting or looking for in a progressive practitioner. Number 2, you need to say the right thing, and that's probably even more important than how you look. Looks are important, but ultimately, if you don't say the right things to somebody, they'll probably never go out on the first date. So you need to be interesting. And I know you could be talking about a million things, but what you're really interested in is the intersection between what's of interest to them and of what's of interest to you. And so it's only in that very narrow range where you should focus your content. And again, this goes hand in hand with how do you know what's relevant to them? Well, you have to know who they are, right? What is your avatar? If you don't know who your avatar is, it's impossible for you to come up with what the content is that is of interest to them and you. And then finally, number 3 is you got to get your contact's phone number, right? If you meet somebody at an event, how do you go to a first date? Well, you need to get their email or phone number in order to actually schedule the first date, right? No phone number, no first date. Well, it's the same through with your website visitors. If you do not get a visitor's email address, you have nothing, because chances are they will forget about your website, they will move on. There's all these other things that are vying for their attention. And so this is why it's so important to capture people's contact information on that first visit. Because statistics say that it takes between 7 and 10 touch points to go from a no to a yes, or maybe a maybe. And so, you can't deliver touch points 2 through 10 if you don't have the email address. And that's why it's so important to have lead magnets on your website. And lead magnets are devices where you collect their email address in exchange for giving them something of interest. Now, a lead magnet could be a PDF report, a checklist, a video. A lot of people think lead magnets have to be super complicated, but it could be just a 2-minute video with a deep dive where you talk about a topic. You don't even have to write a lead magnet. You can just talk through a video, and then when people opt in on a thank you page, you will deliver the lead magnet, the video. So I hope this was helpful, and I would love to hear from you in the comments of what you think needs to be in the website. If you have any questions or comments, post them there as well, and I'll be sure to answer them. Thanks for watching.